Alrighty. I'm just gonna reschedule it then and send you an invite.
Perfect.
Okay. So we started clearing up your email yesterday, and I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Clarification regarding the invoices for the previous invoices that you received. Are we going to send it still to the bill email, or
No,
coming?
just have a cutoff date of like starting Monday this week. And then you can start uploading from there. And then I won't touch it going forward. So because I've done the majority of the reconciliation, I've finished now, so I'm mostly up to date there. And I think even after today, I've saved some of the reconciliation so that I can show you how it works. But then I'll finish that today. My goal is to have basically nothing for you to have to do right away. But that we take it over from square one, and then it kind of takes over from there.
Alrighty. You take note of that, Joe. You're going to start sending the email or the invoices email to the bills email. What you call that? It's a very long email.
Yeah, it's a really weird one. Yeah.
Okay. Recording is set, so I think we can start your training now.
Cool. All right. So today I'm going to go through the Xero. It's called Xero, Xero. It's my accounting platform. And I will pull it up here. Let me know when we can see it. Yeah. All right. So yeah, I guess it's only going to allow me to. Let me actually see if I can present. Window. I'll switch back and forth. It's fine. All right. So when you come into once I give you a login, you're going to see a page somewhat similar to this one, although it won't necessarily be exactly the same because you won't have all the same permissions that I do on my account. But this platform is to be used for reconciliation of receipts and bills. That's the only thing I really need you to do inside this program. So what happens is on the dashboard here, you're going to see these three different boxes here. Each one of these boxes is representative of a bank account inside my business. These two are newer ones that I haven't really started using so much yet. But this one is the main one that needs to be reconciled. So you guys both are familiar with the term reconciled, right?
Yes.
To reconcile transactions, yeah. So all of the receipts in here, this basically what this does is it records all of the transactions inside my business. Every time I make a purchase and then it shows up on my bank account, the program automatically picks it up and records it inside here. So at the moment, again, I've mostly caught this up. I'll have it cleared the rest of the way today or tomorrow, so that there's nothing left in here when we kind of start full on with this moving forward. But going forward, I would like this to essentially be cleared on a daily basis. There will be transactions every day, and if we do a little bit every day, then I'll always be able to get in here and be able to give a good insight into the business. But basically what this is this. So on this side, it's going to show the bank transaction. It's going to show either the credit or the debit, so spent or received money, how much it is. And then the system is going to automatically try to pick up a transaction. Sometimes, if a transaction has been done many times before, so for example, in this case, Miter 10 Mega is a big supplier, like material supplier. The system realizes that, and it realizes that previously, when I bought stuff at Miter 10 Mega, it's been for materials. And so it knows who this person is, and then therefore the system automatically creates a rule that anytime there's a purchase by Miter 10, it says Miter 10 is the customer or the supplier. What it is, it's going to be coded to my materials account, and then why it's because materials. Yeah. However, this is not reconciling this transaction with a receipt. So there's no receipt attached to this. It's just the system guessing what it's for. The alternative to that is where you see it light up green on the right side. And that would be that the system has realized that there is a receipt already in the system for this transaction. And it's asking you to confirm that transaction. So if it's green, that means that it's found a receipt that matches the same amount in the system, and that we can go ahead and click OK. I know this says no contact. I know for a fact that this is the correct transaction, so I'm going to click OK, and that's completely reconciled. There's a quick thing to note, though, and that is that the system may match something that is not correct. So in this case, it sees there's a receipt in the system for $1,150, and this is a transaction on my account for $1,150. But one post is a different company. This is not a receipt from this company. So if I were to click OK here, that would be a problem because that would be reconciling a receipt for the wrong transaction. Does that make sense? So it is important that we follow along closely when it does show up green and just double check the name. And if it doesn't match, I would probably best practice, especially in the start, just don't touch it and ask, double check with me to see if it's correct. So that's how you match up receipts. It's essentially going through here and clicking OK on the ones that are highlighted green for the most part. You'll notice that some of them don't have any sort of match at all. And really any of them that are not showing green on the right side don't have receipts. So what we have to go through and do is find the receipts for these and match them up. And I'll show an example of this would be, for example, we'll go, I know for a fact that one of the receipts that I have is Hire Pool Limited. Okay, so getting out of this this page, this again, the page we're looking at here is reconciling transactions, which you can get to by just clicking on that box, the top left box. You'll see it come in. It says the boys. That's the top one. That's how you can enter that. If you click on this, that'll get you into where I was just looking at. But regarding that receipt, that was the Hire Pool receipt. But I know for a fact that I've uploaded this one so that I can show you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to business and then go down to expense claims. And when this pops up, this is when I have created or if I've made a cash purchase at a shop, I will typically, I try to, as best practice, upload the receipt immediately so that it's in the system. And that can be found by going to business, expense claims, and then go to the All tab in the top right. And then the transaction that I've uploaded now should show up. Anyways, I hope so. As a draft receipt. I don't know why it hasn't yet. Let me check real quick.
Okay.
Oh, I might have to give you access to a different. That's why. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll go over that again. So to go to the expenses, and I'll give you access to this. Expense claims. all, and you'll see at the top here will be these two draft claims, one for Bunnings, one for Harpool. So again, when I upload a draft claim to the system, it'll be a receipt, and the program will automatically read the receipt. Just the AI in the program will read the receipt, and it will most likely fill out this number. And you just got to double check to make sure these numbers are the correct one. Every once in a while, it's very rare, but every once in a while, the system will read the wrong number, and it will put like this number, like 1, 2, 4, 8 in the system. And you just have to double check, make sure that number is the same as that one. So the total is the purchase amount. And then it's going to ask for a description. And for that, again, it's going to take some time to get used to what is what. But in this case, this is a higher machinery hire, you could say. It's from a machinery hire company. And then the other thing we have to fill out is the bottom here is we have to reconcile it to a account. And I'll quickly go over the main ones we use, but the main one for this is machinery hire, or hire. Okay, now your main default. Okay, that's very strange, right? That is very weird. I was just using this yesterday, and okay. For now, I'm just going to pop it in here because I don't have time to go through this. But cool. So you're going to reconcile it to an account, and then click approve in the top left. Here's another example. So we'll go to this other draft one, and this one's from Bunnings. It's upside down, but that's no problem. This is another materials from one of my main suppliers. So I'm going to go materials, and then you go through, and the account is going to be under materials and transport is the main account for that, and then approve. And what will happen is these will then get sent to my system or back to the reconciling page.
So where do we upload the receipts, for example? Or are you going to upload it?
I will typically upload them myself, unless they come via email, in which case Joe will be forwarding them to the system from the email. And I'll show you how that works in a sec as well. So now that I've approved those ones, the system should pick it up and automatically match those receipts. Sorry, it's going a bit slow. But the system should have found now the hire pool receipt has now found the hire pool transaction. So now you can know, right, that this is the same, and then you can click OK. And now that transaction is reconciled. And then once again, Bunnings 5664. So correct, reconciled. So those are the two that I just uploaded. So that's for receipt expenses. So any time one of my guys or myself has bought something on the job, like on site, they'll upload the receipts to the thing. Then the other place that receipts will reside is when, as we explained, like I showed yesterday, about sending bills to the system from email.
Yes.
So those end up here under business bills to pay. So they come in as a bill. And then again, I'll go to drafts. So they'll come in as a draft initially. And what we'll do then is we'll go waste management. And then this is one that was sent through. But then we'll go whatever we want to do, waste. So that's just a rubbish pickup service. And then you'll go, in this case, rubbish is its own transaction, or is its own account. Rubbish drop off. We can put everything on anything to do with rubbish or dumping. We can put on rubbish drop off. So we'll click those two. What is the due date? It should pick it up on here. Due date is yesterday, so 20th of January. And then we're going to go approve. So in this case, this bill has actually not been paid yet, I don't think. But this will be logged in the system, and then any bills that haven't been paid, I'll go through the process there in a second for doing that. But anything that would have been paid already, I'll see if there's one in here that I haven't already done. Go back to bills pay. So the computer's super slow right now. Back to drafts. And then, yeah, there's a few other ones here. I wonder if there's one here that needs to be reconciled. Profitable trading one doesn't really need to be reconciled. Yeah. I don't know if there's going to be any more that really need to be done, to be honest, but we'll check this one. No, that's also trouble. Okay. Yeah, but that, I think you get the gist. Anyway, once you've gone into and approved all those ones I'll delete the ones that are in there now, because I think they're all mistaken.
No, that's actually I think that's the one we forwarded yesterday.
Oh,
wait a minute. I think we shouldn't forward this one because these are previous ones and probably done already.
Yeah, that I've already reconciled. Yeah. So, but yeah. Anyway, once you've done those ones, they'll show up here as well. If they've already been paid, they'll be down here. And then at the end of the day, I am still working a little bit. I had a bit of a chaotic year last year, and like I said, I had an accounts lady, but she was not very experienced, and I found out now, kind of later in the year, because I wasn't paying close enough attention to it, that it got a bit messed up. And my accountant and me are trying to go through and clean everything up, so there will be a little bit of that start. But anyway, once those bills are reconciled on there, they'll show up here if there's already a transaction for them. In some cases, you won't be able to find them right away, and you'll have to look for them. If the numbers, for example, are like, say there's a payment that came in that was for, let's say the bill was in the system for $125.05, and then we spent $125.09. Then an invoice just came in correctly. It might not match right away. So if you know the bill has been uploaded and approved, and you just don't see it matching, what you can do is you can come in here and you might be able to search for that specific bill here in the system. Does that make sense? So if the numbers don't match exactly, the system will pick it up. It only picks up exact numbers. So if you know for sure you've uploaded the expense, you can come and you can search it for it here by matching it.
Okay.
And then once you've done that, once you've done it for all the ones you have, you have, then there's still some more sitting in here. Then basically what I need you just to do is create a list for me of all the, or you can just tell me, hey, Thomas, these are the ones that I couldn't find receipts for, and then just let me know what those are. And then I can help you out. And in the beginning, that'll be the best way to do it, I think. It's just like, these ones aren't receipts. Please find these receipts and upload them for me. And then I'll try to be consistent on getting those uploaded. So I have a little bit of work to do here to clean this up the rest of the way. But then the other thing I need to do as well is for bills that haven't been paid yet. Perhaps I've gotten an invoice from a customer or from a supplier, for example, and it's not due until the 20th of next month. If that's the case, you'll have, just like here, you'll upload the bill from the computer, from the email, sorry. It'll show up here, you'll approve it, but then it will sit in awaiting payment. And currently, anything that's sitting currently in awaiting payment, you have to ignore because a lot of this is just a bunch of stuff that needs to be sorted out with my accountant, because all of this is paid already. It's just, again, just chaos at the moment with all these old ones. You can see like the dates on them are really old, and that's because I have to work out with my accountant on how to get rid of them.
Okay.
But for all the new ones, I want they'll show up in here because they'll show up as awaiting payment. And for example, the one we just did, waste management 20th, that one is that one will show up here. That one is showing up now. So that one is a legitimate one, right? This one here is probably a legitimate one because they've been uploaded and added to the system more recently. And for those ones, there is another file. This is a Google Docs file. Once you once you have an invoice that's due, say, in a month's time, this is my cash flow spreadsheet, which I use. It's an Excel, a Google Sheets document. And basically what you'll need to do is you'll need to come in here and you'll need to go down to this area down here, which is invoices. Basically, is invoices from suppliers. And then I need you to find the date of the due date of the transaction. So say it was the 20th of January. Is the week of the 20th of January, and this date here shows the Friday of that week. So the 20th of January falls on a Monday this week. So this is the correct week to put in waste management, and then $40, whatever it was, $40.56, something like that. And then you'll just enter that in to that bit there.
So this is
Does
just
that make sense?
awaiting for the.
Yeah, so this piece here is a cash flow thing for me. It's just a way of me processing where and money's coming from and where it's going out. So this is at the moment. So ultimately, at the moment, I need you to do it this way. Ultimately, there is actually a function in Zero once everything's cleaned up properly from my end. There's a function in Zero that does this without me needing to enter it separately into a spreadsheet. And if the system is functioning correctly, that will be the case. But I'm not there yet. I'm building towards that now. Again, I'm very new to the whole business ownership thing and all the admin things, and I'm trying to get it all cleaned up. So I need that to be entered in separately for the time being. So you go into that Google spreadsheet and you'll just type, okay, this bill, and then you'll plug in the amount to where it's due. That'll just help me a lot in terms of making sure I'm recording all the bills that are due and when they're due. Because there may be a certain priority. There might be like a customer, there might be for example, my concrete contractor. He may bill me for a job, and his system automatically makes it due within 7 days. But say he billed me on I have an agreement with him privately that I'll pay it once the customer pays, and then the customer pays me 2 weeks later, right? In a scenario like that, I just need it to be documented in the cash flow spreadsheet, but I might have to move it forward a couple weeks, even though its due date is previous. Does that make sense? Just because the cash is not there to pay for the job until the customer pays me. So I just need to record it in the cash flow spreadsheet so that I can see it and I can move the numbers and make sure the cash flow is good inside the business. So that's the accounting stuff. That's basically all I need. It's receipts reconciliation, bills reconciliation, and then entering all future bills into that spreadsheet that need to be paid. That haven't been paid already.
Share to us the spreadsheet.
Yeah. So I'll share to you the spreadsheet. I just need an email address to share to you. Did you send that already?
Hold on, I'm just gonna. I'll put it here in the chat. So. Mine. Then here's send it to you. And you probably need to edit the access as well.
Yeah, so I'll have to edit access. I think it's looking like I might just have to give you. Yeah, I will edit access to make sure it's you have the 0 access. Because where do you send
the chat group? I mean here.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, of course, inside the. I was looking find it. I was looking at Telegram. Perfect. Yeah. Yes.
Let me tell me. No,
Sorry about that.
you. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Are you able to resend those in the group? Sorry, it kicked me out and then I lost the emails.
You go. I sent it to you via Telegram as well.
Oh, nice. Okay. Okay, I've added you to the spreadsheet, and then adding you to 0 is a bit more of a process. Because I have to make sure, I just have to make sure that my reconciliation thing is like that you can see the uploads. So I'll work on that once we're done with the training video. But I'll give you the login there as well. Yeah. Real quick, what I would also like to do is quickly go over. This is the right one. The accounts, the reconciliation accounts, and I'm just wondering what the best way to do this will be. We can just go through these items that are in here. So it's just important to understand the account reconciliation. Do you guys do much with other accounting systems in terms of reconciling transactions?
Oh yeah, we actually do property management as well, or rents.
Yeah.
So I kind of get the idea, since we
Yeah.
reconcile bills and invoices there in the property me as well.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so the main thing is just that they, I think I'm sharing the wrong
This is
screen.
actually simpler than property me, so this is
Yeah. So yeah, is that the right screen? Yeah, now you can see. Okay. The main thing is just, yeah, they get reconciled quickly. So on this page, the what tab, or you saw me selecting this earlier before, like when I typed in the receipt for Bunnings, I selected materials and transport. So we have certain ones that are really commonly used. And if I click on this down arrow on any of these transactions, you'll see a bunch of different things. So this is correct. Materials and transport. I know that minor 10 is going to be a materials one once I find the receipt for it. Same with farmlands, it's another materials. But here you have one from Zed Palm Beach, is a gas station, so fuel, and that has a separate account. So that has to be reconciled under cost of fuel. Then as we go farther down, again, Mount IGM. See, that was the one I was looking for before that wasn't showing up for some reason, but hire of plant and equipment, that was what I was looking for. Hire of plant and equipment. That would be typically for a hire pool transaction. Then you have Plumbing World, that's going to be another, would have been another one. This one post. So this again, this is matching incorrectly. But one post is actually a marketing thing. So typically, that would be correct. Yeah, one post will be a marketing one. Once I find the receipt for it, it'll be a marketing one. Sorry, I can't cancel this. And then here's so yeah, where was that one post from? This is here. Okay, yeah. So this one is marketing. That's correct. Would be that one, and then trial trades is supplier again, so that's just materials. And in a case like this, I might have this one. This is kind of a funny one, and you might not know what this is for. So again, that might take you just requesting feedback. This is a super random receipt from Mount Wine Barrel. It's actually a liquor store, but that one was bought. I bought a bunch of gifts for clients that I sent out just before Christmas. So that one is actually falls under marketing, surprisingly enough. So in this particular instance, that receipt would have been a marketing receipt. But you might not have known that. So if you're unsure about where something should be reconciled, you can always just send me a quick message and ask, and I'll quickly write back.
okay.
Although all of these are materials, this is one. This one, McLeod Concrete, it's a subcontractor. So that's going to go again under separate, under contractor costs, a separate reconciliation account. Bay Machinery Hire is once again a hire of plant and equipment. These are all materials. Again, cost of fuel from Zed. Paving materials. BP Connect, that's another gas station. So that, again, is cost of, it's going to be under cost of fuel. Yeah, so you kind of get the idea. There's different things will have different things. Here's a good example of a receipt coming in. So if there's been a payment made to the company, and there's a invoice, typically there should be already an invoice. If somebody's paying me money, typically there's an invoice already allocated to it. Occasionally, that's not the case. Some people are very eager to pay me. It's really rare, but sometimes they are. So they send money like before I can even get them out a proper invoice, which is great. But if for any reason there's money coming in to the company and there's no match for it, just again, you'll just have to ask me. But for the most cases, as long as these names roughly match, so C.M. Smith is Colin Smith. That looks like it makes sense. Or yeah, you can even see here, Colin Smith. Then you can just click OK. Yeah. There will be a few ones like this, like thank you payroll. I think I showed you yesterday two different receipt types from thank you payroll. One was payslip, and then the other one was a receipt. Actual, yeah. So this is that transaction coming through as a receipt. This number, there's two reasons why you can just click. There's cases like this where you know there's no green receipt linked to it.
Okay.
I could go through all the trouble of finding that receipt in the email, sending it through. If it comes through the email and you upload it, fine. But if for some reason you can't find it, any transactions in New Zealand, any transactions under $50 don't require a receipt. So if I get audited, they're not going to waste time with receipts under $50. So technically, any transaction inside of here that is not out, that doesn't have a receipt, if we can't find the receipt, it's not a big deal. And this one, because I know I have it in my email, and it may not be uploaded yet, it might be different now because you're going to be monitoring my email and making sure they're all uploaded, so that may be different. But on something like this, I have no problem going in and clicking OK, because A, I know I have the receipt, plus B, it's under $50, and it's a very reputable company that any IRD member that got in there and looked at the books would be like, oh yeah, they're not going to bother. It's more like sketchy transactions. So that one I'm quite comfortable just accepting.
Okay, so that's correct that the thank you payroll is a subscription.
It's a subscription, yeah.
Okay.
It's a subscription service, yeah. Rock and Rubble, that's apparently I have a receipt. It's already uploaded for that, so that's all nice. Yeah. So I have a few more I have to go check off, but one post again. This is another marketing one. I'll upload the receipt for and get that sorted. But I'll whack all these off here, so there will be a fresh start. There won't be any transactions in the system after this. Yeah, so that's it for now. For the accounting side of things. Ultimately, once this is all running really smoothly, and kind of once I've cleaned up the system and the cash flow is going well, or the cash flow forecasts are looking good, then I will start to, I may eventually, if we're still going, set up Joe to start scheduling payments inside of my bank. Like I know you've done for like you do for Patrick. But for now, we'll just stick with this, get on top of this first, and then we'll add that later.
Okay.
When it's necessary. Yeah, as long as I know when things need to be paid and they're showing up in that Excel sheet and everything's reconciled and clean inside this, then I'll do all the bank payments and stuff myself still for a little while longer. I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think I've written everything you need to know in Zero, and I still have 1.5 programs to show you. So one more program that's a bit more in detail, and then the last one is just my health and safety stuff, which is just that reminders thing like I mentioned before. And we can go over all of that on Monday.
Yeah, I think it's pretty straightforward. This account is really simple.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and it does most of the work for you. So it's just a lot of just legwork. I think the most important thing is to double check your work. And actually, one more example. Going back to, for example, the bills. I'll show you a typical example of like getting hung up on things, or like not checking the work. What the system will do sometimes when you send the bill to it. I don't know if this will give me a clear example, but there will be a bill that will arrive in the system. This one probably won't be the best example, but we'll see. Yeah, so this one's correct. The total amount is 90.85. But what sometimes will happen is the system will pick up this number and put that number here, and then it'll give it this as its it'll say as a tax exclusive amount. And then what typically happens then is, I don't know why it's not updating, but typically what happens then is that this number will then be $90.85 plus GST, so then we'll add 15% onto that number. I don't know why it's not doing that now. Whatever. But if you don't double check that, then this number won't match this number. So again, it's just important every time you go in to match the numbers, and then also match the due dates on the invoice. If there's no due date on the invoice, then just put the due date the same day as that the invoice was sent. Yeah. That's one of the things. But yeah, it's just, I think that's the main thing. It's just that we're double checking, because it can get really easy when the system does most of it for you, just to assume the system is correct and then just go, okay. But then we end up with, it's really hard to go back then and find out where a mistake was made when there's hundreds of receipts in the system and you're like trying to figure out why the numbers are not matching up. So it's just important to go look. Yeah, double check. And then the system will pull most of the weight for you.
Okay. Yeah. I have that noted. Are we going to get the logins for this account today or next week?
I'll see what I can do today. I have to see, like, there's a bit of a problem with when I upload receipts. For some reason, they don't show up. They only show up, those draft receipts. They're only showing up under the account that uploaded them, if that makes sense. And I need to figure out how to fix that. So that when I upload a receipt, you can see it with your login. I don't know why it's doing that, so I just have to figure that out first, and then once I figure that out, then we'll be good to go.
Okay then. Yeah. So once that's the logins are forwarded to Joe, then we can try to go over the dashboard and everything, familiarize ourselves with the system.
Yeah.
And any questions that you can see, then we'll just forward it to you via Telegram.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, so for now, since the logins are not yet fixed, Joe will be doing the emails still.
Yeah.
You still have 3,000, I believe, emails sitting in your inbox. So Joe's gonna be pretty busy.
Yeah, right.
And then for Monday, we're going to do the other accounting system.
Yeah.
Which one is that again? So this is the zero.
That is
zero.
Yeah, I'll give you a quick preview of it. So for Monday, we'll go over this system here, which is Tradeify. I actually maybe briefly saw it yesterday too. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is the inquiries, and basically once I get an inquiry in the system, and Joe's contacted them and they've scheduled a meeting, I'll then move their inquiries to a quote, and then this is where I create quotes for customers, and then they move kind of through a pipeline of through the work, and then once they've approved a quote, then it goes to a job. And then once the job's completed, it goes to invoicing, etc. And then there's also a scheduling function on here, but I don't think I'm going to get Joe to use that yet. But what we're going to learn on Monday is how to edit inquiries and how to back cost. And back costing is, as we talked about before, it's where you go to a job that's already been finished. Say Catherine Tristan Parker is all finished invoiced, and then you're going to go through and you're going to find all the receipts that are allocated to this job and upload them here, so that I can get a good picture of how much money I spent on a job and how much money I made on that job, so that I can go back and be like, okay, am I actually charging enough for this job?
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Give me a note. Okay, dokes. Done. So hopefully we'll get the logins so that we can go over it.
Yeah.
We can play or just familiarize ourselves with the tabs and all.
Yeah. Sounds good. Did you say you want me to create a login for you guys on that one?
Would you like to create one, or can we use our emails?
Yeah, well, yeah, I can create for this one I can create a login for you right away. Actually, or I could actually probably. Yeah, I could probably just add you as a staff member, to be honest. Is that right?
Yeah, that's fine. No, that's mine. It's Jericho Joe B.
And then it I'll turn off your notifications. Child inquiries. I think that's all you need. Yep. Should be good for now. Turn these off because I don't want to be getting a million emails. So this will send allow you to access the system. So I think that'll send an email to Joe then, and he'll be able to accept that and be able to access the system.
Copy. Let me just check my recording. Yeah, I think we're all set.
Cool.
All that's left to do now is to have a hands-on experience with the system.
Yeah, exactly. And you can feel free to go in there and just kind of take a look and just play around with it. Maybe don't change anything quite yet unless you're. But you can at least look and see how it works.
Yeah, we'll do that now.
Yeah.
And then what else on my list? I think that's all. That's all for me. Do you have any questions, Joe? Do you have any clarifications you want to ask Tommy? Oh, your microphone's not working. Sorry, we can't hear you.
I'm gonna can you
Your internet's
ask for this?
If you have any questions, just message Tommy via Telegram instead.
Yeah. I didn't
having an internet connection issue. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Now you're kind of buffering, so probably need to refresh your page or your computer. But for me, I'm all set. So we'll save the recording here, Tommy, and then we'll go over it again today, just to make sure that. And then when it comes to, with regards to the instructions, I will create a word instructions for you, and then I'll send it to you.
Okay. Sounds good.
Copy. Okay.
Perfect.
All right. I think we're all done.
Yeah, nice.
And we'll go over your emails for now. Then just give us a go, or just give us an update when it comes to the logins, and then we'll start with your accounting once you're ready. Sounds good. Oh, I lost you both. Or did I lose my internet connection as well? Sorry, team. I think we're having a connection issue as of the moment, so I'll just gonna end the call. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Thanks, Tommy. Me too.